Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of processing. I want to get that trailer full. I got some logs loaded, obviously. So I ended up getting 6 more loads yesterday. So there's quite a lot here now. Big mess. All the way to there, up there. So needless to say, we have a bunch of wood, which is nice that it's next to the processor, but it's just all over the place. I mean, you dump it, you get straight, and then you get crooked. So it takes a little bit more time to sort through it, and I'm not gonna pick through it and pile it. I'm just gonna try to pick through it as I process. First things first, I'm gonna work on getting these 2 piles and that, so I can still get in here with the trailer, because now I can't, to keep processing. So I should be able to push through this majority of that. So I'll probably end up doing this for sure, a couple of these, and then work on that. Now there's oak in there, a couple sticks of cherry like right here, which is nice. I didn't get many of that, but a couple sticks of cherry. And I think there was 1 or 2 sticks of hickory on the loads from yesterday. It's like right here, some cherry. A nice stick there. Like this good sized log of oak right here. This one. So there's a couple in there. I'll have to piece through. Same thing over there. Find a place to put it. I don't want to keep putting it over there. I mean, I can, but I need to get over there eventually too. So all in all, roughly there's 30 cords here. It'll probably end up being like 27, 28-ish, depending on how it goes. But so no, I'm happy I got all the wood. Heavy loads, obviously. Now it's all over the place, and eventually it's going to cut into my drying yard. So I'm going to have to, like I said, I'll probably do that, and then we'll work on this, because this is all going to be on the way for stacking in the drying yard. But you know, it's nice having a lot of nice equipment and stuff, but like my log road's starting to wear on me a little bit. So you can tell, like this freshly moved wood chips I had, there was a nice trench all the way through. This side's not bad, because this is over here is like virgin ground, where this is built up, as you can tell, like 3-4 feet. And you know, I haven't really done much down there. That's 5-6 years old, but you know, it's a lot of weight that I was hauling in here. So I do know, I don't know if it'll be this year or not, this portion at least, it needs to all be gravel. Where the processor is gonna sit will be gravel, and then wherever I drive will be gravel too. So that's a lot of loads of gravel too. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just kind of keep touching it up as I go. You know, I got enough going on, but that'll be another project too. So, but for now, I don't know how much I'm gonna film today. It's extremely windy. I may get some good shots depending on, I'll probably wait till I get some good wood, good size wood that is, kind of like what's on here right now. Good sections of those, straight, not this crooked. I mean, look how nasty that is. But we'll see. I mean, I want to get that trailer full. I got other things I got to do. Busy week with trees. So yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'll probably get a clip of me processing at least, so you can see, and then I'll show you the progress we made, how much we did. Hopefully, like I said, this is all gone, some of that, the majority of that. I'll probably do this first, because I can always move these over if I have to, and majority of that, because I got to be able to get in here. So I mean, I could back the trailer all the way up. It's just not that easy, especially now that log road's seeing its fatigue. So, but yeah, here we go. Okay, got to see that in real time. Yeah, that last piece, I probably didn't have to split that. I mean, it was pretty knotty, but it pushed it. So we're getting there. Hopefully, I don't know how much is in there, but it's 2 live decks worth. So hopefully you could see some of that and it wasn't blowing around too much because of the wind, but haven't even made a dent yet. Still got some cherry here, a couple sticks. I smelled that one because it didn't look like cherry, but it kind of did, so I'm like, it wasn't though. 2 sticks there. You can see some hydraulic fluid. He snagged one of his lines when he was loading, and look, some of these are just not ideal poles, like this, that one. Those are good. I mean, look how crooked some of this stuff is. So it's a little bit of messing around with the logs, but there are some good stuff. You know, like you get to, that's a decent sized log. These are bigger, but you got a lot of knots. You know, like something like this, I'll end up cutting out. Boiler wood there. You know, the rest of it's good. And then you get some smaller, straighter pieces, which are nice, but then you get the crooked stuff. But that's just firewood. I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, those are really nice too. Some good ones here. You're never gonna always get straight poles. I mean, you just don't. And when you do, you can fly. But that's kind of real world processing right there. Slows you down a little bit, but I mean, you still make wood really quick, you know. So, I mean, I couldn't be happier with what I got. But it's just, you know, it's one of those things like practice makes perfect. You kind of anticipate what the logs are gonna do when you split them. You know, some of those, it's like I shouldn't really push it through the 12-way. Sometimes it works out well, and sometimes you get a jam. You know, like that one piece you saw me messing with, it'll come out. I mean, I just hit it with the hammer, or the next piece will push it out. But, you know, so versus getting a real big jam, then you can spend some time messing around. So, but yeah, we got a good amount of wood to do. I probably in the next 2 weeks this will all be gone. Next couple days I got trees to do. Depending on how long the days or the jobs are, I come back out here and make some more. So, but nice thing is I finally got some sticks of cherry, because that's really far and few. I don't get much. I don't have much inventory so far for this year. Good thing is cherry dries pretty quick, so if it doesn't, it'll go into the kiln or the new kiln whenever I build that. Oak, we all know that's not gonna be ready to go. That'll all go in the kiln no matter what. I kiln dry oak no matter what. Although the stuff that we hand split last year, that dried pretty good. You know, but look at the size of this one. I mean, that's a nice piece. So you make so much wood so quick when you got big pieces, but you know, you see the crack in here. So when you're cutting it on the processor, you're gonna have to mess around with that. The big old knotty piece. There's a lot of not so good wood here, but it all makes good firewood. That's a nice stick of cherry. Nice stick of oak, 2 there. Another one there. Cherry there. So it's good wood. Happy with it. I really hope there's 1 or 2 sticks of hickory, because I got smoking customers and really don't have any. I thought that there was one over here though. Some more oak. That might be shagbark right there. It's a knotty, crappy piece, but whatever. So yeah, always busy, always something. I mean, like I said, it's literally, we're 7 days a week. Always something to do. I mean, like in an hour or so, depending on, yeah, in about an hour I got to do another quote. And that's another thing. The transfer case is leaking again. So it's the 3rd time that's going to be going back for that. I don't know what to do about it. Maybe, and I ask them, you know, is this a reoccurring issue with other trucks? And they've never seen it before. Yeah, right. But maybe all these other guys that drive big trucks, they just don't haul anything. I don't know. It's a transfer case. It shouldn't be leaking, but it goes in 4-wheel drive a lot. We have a lot of hills here when we're loading or whatever. I don't want it to roll or skip the tires. It's probably not the ideal thing to do, but it's not all the time I do that. But a lot of times when I'm hauling through here where it's soft ground, it's in 4-wheel drive. So she's getting worked. But couple days after it's done, it starts to leak, and I haven't done any of that, so I don't know. That shouldn't be an issue, but it is. So yeah, like I said, that's probably all I got for you guys today. I mean, there'll be a lot of content coming up, a lot of things that we're going to be doing, kiln builds to maybe a building over there for this guy. Whoops. And whatever else, I'm drawing a blank, but a lot of processing coming up. I mean, all this has got to get done within the next couple weeks here, and it will. It'll go a lot quicker once I get to the straight poles. So, but either way, I'm going to fill this guy here. It shouldn't take too much longer. Get some of this cleaned up. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. But as always, keep burning.